Welcome to another installment of This Is Not Normal on the Political Drain podcast with Drill Sergeant Doug, aka Admin Doug, a U.S. Army veteran, teacher, musician, and family man from Jamaica, now fights for justice and democracy through commentary and humor. Follow him on YouTube at Political Drain and at Sons of Liberty Official as Drill Sergeant, aka Admin Doug, continues to protect our freedoms.
It's fair to say no reasonable person has ever taken this jabroni seriously. No, he is the pride of Texas. And in our divinely twisted story, our featured story today, the man once dubbed Lion Ted by Donald Trump, he cites a most unexpected figure in his accountability assessment of the terrible flooding, the loss of life, and the horrible suffering that's happened deep in the heart of Texas. That's Ted Cruz country, at least when he's not crisis cruising off to Cancun.
These photos went viral, showing Senator Cruz and his family at an airport Wednesday. You can see him in this video at an airport in Cancun earlier today.
Now, you know what we're seeing unfold from this weekend's tragedy? Well, it's been made all the worse by the GOP constant buck passing in defense of their leaders' leadership, who, in fairness, as expected, immediately snapped into presidential action mode as soon as the terrible news was first reported.
All of the people that have gone through so much, and God bless the state of Texas. It's an incredible place. Any questions?
Well, sure. Some might suggest that the president that we just saw working so closely with ICE, Cream, and his cohort, Pleatherface, might actually bear some responsibility for this weekend's Texas National Weather Service chainsaw massacre.
We got the warnings on our phones hours later. The destruction had already been done before the warnings came out.
This is the chainsaw for bureaucracy.
Well, according to Ted Cruz, his analysis.
Can I just take a second to laugh at that appropriately? Come on, people. You thought it was okay when he came up with it, when he walked on stage with a chainsaw? You actually said to yourself, I'm still here. I'm still here for this. Republicans, man, y'all some sick people.
There's a man on ketamine with a chainsaw. This is fine. Everything's fine.
The Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No. We got some witty people in here today. I love it.
Analysis of culpability for this disaster. That's the stuff of our main story for you today. Now, before we show you Senator Cruz's devout finger pointing, let's give you a quick taste of his initial assessment of the tragic flooding that happened in his home state.
I know there's been some that want to politicize this senator.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Did you stop that so we can look at that man's hair?
Yeah. No. We're not just going to let this guy come walk on here without saying something. This is the most what is that? Step N Fetchit. There's a word I can't say because it'll demonetize us. And we just got that $10. I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it.
It starts with a C. It ends with an N.
It is called a raccoon himself.
Wow.
This guy is the most. It's all right, white folks. You don't got to say nothing. Danny, Laura, you don't have to say nothing. I got you.
That's right.
I'm fighting not to, Sarge.
This is the number one Step N Fetchit, black face, red lip, bum house ninja on earth. This is the guy who's praising the squeaky wheel tank that was going down. What was that on the birthday? Or he was like, "This is the greatest thing I've ever seen, Marcel. This is the greatest thing I've ever seen."
The Django, Steven. Yeah, Steven.
Lord, wife, come over here and see what Master done did. Come over here and see what Master done did. It's amazing. That's him.
Yeah.
That's him? Oh, yeah. What is that N-word doing on that horse? He don't belong on that horse, Messer. That's him. That's him.
That's
him. No, that's him. That is him. All of y'all napping, had a little kid need to go back in the field. You don't belong over here. That's him. That's him. I got more. I'll stop. I got more though. If you need it, you want one more? Yes, sir, Master. Yes, sir. I'll beat him good. I promise you. That's him.
Oh no! Oh no!
Oh, that's him. Okay, I just wanted to make sure we didn't just let this go without mentioning who it is we're looking at, in case there was any misconceptions or anything got misconstrued.
I knew about that hair.
You kind of got to push them aside.
Yeah. Well, one's a pick me and the other one's a Texas oil slick. Join. Looks to be in that club.
That's right.
Yes.
All right, guys. Let's watch Step N Fetchit. Let's see what happens over here.
It comes to protecting our girls, our kids, our community. What can we do? I mean, 45 minutes.
What can we do?
Adults can't even respond in that time.
Well, look, there's a staging and ordering of things. The first thing with any crisis is search and rescue. And search and rescue is still ongoing. There are 10 girls missing. Our prayers are that those girls will still be found. After the search and rescue, you've got to just rebuild. I mean, you look at the wreckage here and this wreckage, the number of homes and RVs and cabins that have been damaged. But there's no doubt afterwards we're going to have a serious retrospective, as you do with any disaster.
That's right.
And say, okay, what could have been done differently to prevent this disaster? And look, the fact that you have girls asleep in their cabins when the floodwaters are rising, something went wrong there. We've got to fix that and have a better system of warning.
You had one.
You fucking broke it.
It's called NOAA, dumbass. Oh my God.
You had one. I would like to just repeat. This is what Step N Fetchit sounds like, people.
Look at the wreckage here and this wreckage, the number of homes and RVs and cabins that have been damaged. But there's no doubt afterwards we're going to have a serious retrospective, as you do with any disaster.
That's right.
That's right. That's right, Bessel.
No, he should have held him to the fire and said if Doge and Elon Musk and Donald Trump would have came in and gutted out the NOA, you wouldn't have this problem. Yeah, and don't blame it on Joe Biden, because Joe Biden is not here. Remember, because he's half C now, because that's what y'all say about him. So let's not do that.
No, Sonny, I think you're talking about someone with integrity.
I can't with these people.
We can't. Let's not. What you mean is someone with integrity. First of all, they wouldn't be working at Fox News if they had that. Second of all, they wouldn't be black working at Fox News if they had. Now, people may say that
makes me sick to my stomach. For real.
Yeah, he's a gremlin.
He's a dweeb.
And what's he doing in camo? He's in a camo hat and shirt. What the hell is he think? It's all cosplay for these.
Is that the one that's always sitting down at Fox News on the couch with the people?
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Yes, girl. You know who we talk. This is him. Yeah. I'll be real good, Master. I promise. That's him. That's him.
Now let me be some kind of serious journalist-looking person looking down on those poors with their wreckage and everything.
Oh man, that's this guy. He said, "What are we going to do about these girls, Ted?"
That's right.
Now, in case you think that something more could have been done to better help save the victims, well, you're probably right. But don't, for the love of God, blame Trump. Nope. Let's listen to this son of a preacher man. He has other ideas, and it's our featured clip, and it shows us just where Senator Cruz's ultimate devotion lies.
Senator David Brody here. We've known each other for a very long time. It's good to see you, not under these circumstances. Your father, obviously, Rafael Cruz, a pastor. You have a deep faith. I'm wondering if you can address to our audience the question, and it's an age-old question, when God doesn't make sense. I know Pastor James Dobson wrote a book about this. I'm curious to get your thoughts in this time. Good morning to you.
David, it's a question that everyone struggles with. And why does God allow bad things to happen to good people? Why does God allow bad things to happen to young children? And I will say there are theologians and pastors who've been unable to answer that question for millennia. And I don't know that I have any additional insight other than saying God is a good and loving God, and he will help us through this. And I will say in the last few years, I've got several friends who have tragically lost children. And I think it is the hardest challenge to go through. And all I know to do is to lean on God, to lean on prayer, to lean on family, to lean on friends, and just grieve. But it is a grieving process. And look, I think every mom and dad this week has asked themselves, what if that was me? What if that was my little girl? What if that was my little boy?
Yeah.
We have a good and benevolent God.
Stop it. I can't listen to it. You can stop it.
Allows things to happen sometimes that defy human explanation. And that's where we need love and where we need grace. And this is a time in particular for the church to do what the church should be doing every day. But in a time of grief, I think the church has a particular responsibility to step up. And I do think Texas has benefited. We have such a strong community of believers in Texas that you have churches that step in and do the role we should.
What's that old saying? The Lord helps those who help themselves.
So, has everybody thrown up sufficiently yet?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Ted Cruz is full of shit. Full of it. It's the same old. Well, I don't know why God allowed bad things. God does not do that. That is not who God is. It's man who allows bad things to happen to people. I'm not even religious, but I am so sick of people like Ted Cruz always trying to justify everything that happens that's bad. Well, it's sad, and we got to pray, and we got to do all this. Y'all not tired of praying yet? Because praying ain't getting it done. I'm not trying to say you to me, because you can do whatever you want to do, but it's all bullshit. He don't believe in God. Trust me.
If his God
worked, he doesn't.
He could pray those immigrants away, couldn't he? Just pray hard enough and they'd all be gone.
They speak out both sides of their mouths all the freaking time. And I am so sick and tired. And especially old grimy ass Ted Cruz. I am tired of looking at this little dweeb of a man. I am tired of looking at him. I'm tired of listening to him. I can't take him anymore. I just can't.
Ted Cruz,
it's all bullshit. Sorry.
Ted Cruz is God's biggest mistake.
His mama should have swallowed his ass.
Who wasn't it? What's his name? The comedian said, I like Ted Cruz better than most of the senators, or but I hate him.
Yeah. So I think Ted Cruz is a perfect representative of these Christo-fascists who truly believe that they need to make everything as terrible as possible. It is their mission to make things, to not intervene with God's will anymore, because they're ushering in the second coming. I'm full-blown atheist, but I was raised Mormon, and in my undergrad, I did a secondary degree in religious studies. And it's even for these people who very clearly do not live the gospel that they are taught, they genuinely, in their heart of hearts, believe they are the good guys. They believe they are doing the right thing, and they genuinely believe everything needs to be up to God. My own great-grandma was like this. She ripped my mother a new one when I got diabetes and told her it was because her faith wasn't strong enough, and told her I shouldn't be on insulin. She should be praying for my health.
I cannot.
This is the kind of person Ted Cruz is. They really, truly, honestly believe you have to let God do his thing. We don't understand why God is doing his thing. He'll tell us that at the end when we're all saved. And it's dangerous. It's so incredibly dangerous.
Can I raise my hand?
Yes, go ahead. Go ahead, please.
Let me say this real quick. I grew up I'm from Texas. My grandmother was a Eastern Star. Okay. Every Sunday, when she's Sunday school, she was in church every Sunday. She believed like that. She didn't even wear pants. I'm telling you right now. I've never believed in the bullshit. It is just stories. That's all it is. It's stories. There is no hell. There is no heaven. You exist because you're energy. You are a spirit and energy. When you die, you go right back to the stars. Period. I am so sick and tired. You can believe whatever makes you happy to believe in to make you a better person. Praying is meditation. That's all it is. It's like the Buddha. These people, these Christian nationalist people, they're running straight game because it's all about money. At the end of the day, this country is about money and protecting Israel. So when I said that Kanye was right about that Israel stuff, he was right about that. I don't like Kanye West. I think he's a fool, but he was right about that. And that is what it is. I mean, I'm not, when you get to studying this stuff and understanding what's going on, this country is an Israeli state. Everything goes to Israel. Every dime. And we over here, Americans, when they tell you they love make America great again, you can't make America great again because you're giving all the money to freaking Israel with their free education and their free health care. And you're gutting it over here. Ted Cruz can kiss my whole black ass.
That's the case. That's the case. See, we give them money and they can have free health care and free college for everybody. And you will have Republicans here telling you we just can't do it. We just can't do it. But before we move on to Alligator Alcatraz, I want to make sure that everybody realizes the most important part of that was the fact that was a question asked on a news program.
I'm sorry, I went left. Sorry.
This is called state TV. This is why you support independent media. This is why.
Ground News has very quickly become one of my most prized resources, my go-to even, because I get to find out what stories are not covered by the blind spot feature, which I love, but not just the blind spot feature. Any of the stories that I bring up, I can see what either side is saying about it. I can also see who's paying for those headlines. It tells me who owns the publication, which also lets me know who they're writing it for. Many times, none of that is for us. But understanding the context helps us understand the story. Ground News is absolutely one of, if not the best way to know that you've gotten every side of a story and that there's not enough spin in the world that could have you misinterpret it.
This is why you support independent media. Because the question that they gave to a senator of a flooded state, of a flooded area, was, why does God do bad things? Not, where is Noah? Not, what is the response from the government? Not, what are you doing to help the people? Not, what is the rebuild process? The question you got. The question you got from a news organization on cable television was, why does God do bad things? I know you're not a pastor, but your father was. The fuck are you talking about? That's not news. That's entertainment. That's entertainment for stupid people.
That's what it is.
That's what they even say so. They even admit they're not a news organization, but the people they've broadcast to think they are.
The people they broadcast
they indoctrinate these people with this whole Christian belief so people can, well, God does this and make people believe in something. I'm sorry, that's not real. It's just not. And then you make these people believe in this stuff and this is their hope. This is how they enslave people.
First
and they get ready to do it again. I'm sorry, let me be quiet.
And they also can't decide whether their God is a vengeance God or if he's this benevolent, caring God who, everybody should love, or I don't know. It's all over the place. It's that cherry picking, whatever works at that moment of time that they do.
Yeah. Yep.
So it's no secret. I'm a Christian. And if somebody asks you, why does God do bad things? I'll say, well, it was because of the sin of man and has brought sin into the world. This is the basic answer from the Bible. What's more important is, the fuck are you going to do about it?
Yes.
Well, if it's real, Doug, then the Antichrist is sitting in the White House. Beelzebub is the vice president, and all the rest of them, they ain't nothing but devils.
Well, I need you. I need you because Drill Sergeant Spec Ops team is working day and night to stop those people, to change those odds, to keep people safe, stop intimidation, to give people help when, just as a hypothetical, say the lawyers or the doctors, where they are, refuse to help them. Hey, yeah, you. Before you click away to watch someone unbox a tactical toothbrush, let's talk about something real. Political Drain isn't just another content mill. We're a digital front in a very real war. Not with bullets, but with ideas, with action, and with solidarity. We pair urgent news with critical education. And we build community around actual resistance, not the hashtag kind. The kind that moves. But here's the thing. None of this is free. It isn't. Behind every video is time, labor, research, and some weird guy asking if we're going to pay the hosting bill. And yeah, some of that money goes to things we can't necessarily say out loud. If you know, you know. Let's just say our special ops aren't Call of Duty LARPers. They're people making real moves to protect, uplift, and organize. You're not just funding a channel. You're funding a resistance network in a world where capital still calls the shots. Unfortunately, in a system built on artificial scarcity, even mutual aid has a price tag. And if we want to grow, if we want to win, we need your help. We need your help. So if you've got even a few bucks to spare, toss it our way. It's not for ads. It's not for merch drops, but for people making moves in the shadows so others can do it in the light. It's just us and you. So fund the mission, fund the fight, fund the future, because nobody's coming to save us. We save each other. That's how this works. Follow us on all these things you see here, and our link tree is in the description. Maybe even get some merch.
That was the Political Drain podcast, which can be heard on www.groovechillradio.com/political-drain and can be viewed on the Political Drain YouTube channel anytime. Once again, thank you for listening to Groove Chill as we resist fascism in any form, pursue democracy, peace, and love.